All right, this is a 64 Impala that my dad bought me when I was about 14 years old. He helped me get this car going. I mean, I sanded on it, I worked on it, I welded the floorboards out of pieces of sheet metal. You know, I didn't do a lot of things the right way. Being a kid, I did the best I could. We got an upholstery guy. I did end up finding a paint guy who charged me like $1,000 to paint it. He let me be his helper. I'd go to the shop. I'd sweep up, I helped tape it. He showed me how to do some basics on bodywork. I actually ended up learning a lot and hung out with this dude from probably high school age till about the time I turned 21 and got started on my own business. But yeah, I had a guy do the airbrushing. It wasn't that great, but I was super happy with it at the time. I did have to babysit him a lot though. This is the candy paint that we went. It was over a silver base. It looked pretty good at the time. And I think it started to fade in the sun. We ended up bagging the car too. Shout out to Ron. He helped me bag it. He helped me work on a lot of my cars. And you guys will see Ron more later on this build too. I didn't have a garage. The car stayed out in the weather and it did not get any nicer. At this point, it's about like 2019. And oh man, the car wasn't looking very good. It got dirty. It stopped running. It needed some work for sure. Wheels rusted and the paint went downhill really fast. I had already made my decision about what I was going to do next with this car. That decision actually came when I went to a local junkyard to look for some parts for my dad's S10. And they had this blue 64 SS Impala that they have had for a long time, at least 15 years. I actually bought some parts that belonged to that car and actually put them on my four-door. I tried to buy that whole car in pieces at least a couple times over the years. And this time they finally said yes because I only wanted the body. So they sold me the body for $500. Then I had to go back and buy the doors for another $500 for the pair.
Here we have a 64 SS body. This car was taken apart maybe 15 years ago and it sat in Norway, and then Shingle House took over and I bought it from the guys over there in Cuspe. It's pretty clean. It's got some rust down in the bottom. Floorboards seem mostly okay. Pretty clean up front, firewall, and it's a true SS floor shifter. So you might say, hey, all you have is a body, but not really. If you come with me this way, I have a really good parts car that we can take all the parts off and put it on that SS. So here it is. So this one's already got air ride and got about 6,000 miles on the motor and trans. So yeah, we still have the other 6.4 to do, and then we're going to start on this project. But the other 6.4 is relatively close to being done. I say it's about 70% done with all the hard stuff done. So yeah.
And here's part of the process. We're going to take this car down to the frame, reinforce and plate the whole frame, get it ready for hydraulics, because that's the route we're going to go. And that right there is Mike helping me. Shout out to Mike for helping me.